Our next run, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 Underground, ran by Nace, and will be joined by Jimmy on couch.
Sweet as. Hello everyone, my name's Nace. I'm joined by acclaimed Tony Hawk's American Wasteland speedrunner, Jimmy Boy. This is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, and in honor of number 4, I think I'm going to get the crowd to help me count down from 4, so we're going to go on go, if anyone can join me. 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Sweet as. Thanks everyone. Alright, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, this is the first game in the series that got rid of the 2-minute timer. So we've sort of got freedom to move around the level and choose which missions we want to do. Awesome, so we're going to start with just some high score missions. All of these missions in this level are pretty chill. There's not much going on, but as with any speed game, the first level is very reset heavy. One mistake and it's like, I might as well start again. So there's all the classic missions, so high scores, combo letters, collections, etc. I guess the most annoying thing about this game is after each mission you get this little cutscene here where they give you money, tell you you've done a good job, and maybe a stat point. So yeah, there's a bit of downtime, but actually playing the game, I would say, and the community sort of agrees, this is probably the most difficult. I'm not like, this isn't a humble brag or anything. This is probably the most difficult of the Tony Hawk games. It's just, for some reason, the difficulty just spikes. Oh, do that again. The difficulty just spikes insanely, like in the middle of the game. There's one level in particular. I just phased through there. That's not very good. Yeah, there's one level in particular that is incredibly difficult, especially casually. This game is so much more difficult than other games in the series, and that sort of is reflected in the speedrun as well. So each level has 16 missions in it. We're not going to do every mission. This is any percent. We have to finish 90 missions throughout the entire game to unlock the final mission, which is like the Pro Challenge. But we can sort of do it really however we want. So I'm really glad that I wasn't around for the start of this game speedrunning, because it is an absolute puzzle. There are levels where you do, like, in this level in particular, you do 12 missions. There's some where you do like 11, some where you do 14. It's really like, there's so much to it. It depends on like how long. Oh my god, that was not meant to happen. It depends on like how long the mission takes, how long it takes to travel between missions. So yeah, it's just an absolute puzzle that people have put together. But yeah, I'm glad to have reaped the benefits of all their hard work.
Yeah, like compared to some of the the later games in the series, the Pro Skater games, they're a lot more based around just doing a certain amount of goals to get to the next area, compared to a lot of the later games such as American Wasteland and Underground, where there's an underarching story that you have to do this before you can do something else.
Yeah, it's a lot. This one's a lot less linear. It's a very open slather when it comes to what missions you do.
And with that, this game has a really big community for ILs as well.
Yeah, this is probably I think the only Tony Hawk game. Oops. I think this is the only Tony Hawk game that has like an in-game like timer, as in like when you finish a mission, you can go and look at the mission menu and see like how long it took you. So it's nice to have that in-game timer because we can just use that to time runs. And yeah, there's a huge IL community, people doing individual missions to try and see like how fast they can do them, rather than like full game speedruns. This game's seen like a really nice renaissance lately. Resonance. There's been a heap of people joining in. Apologies, this music is really loud. Yeah. It actually sounds alright.
Yeah, no, it's been balanced really well.
I was so distracted by the music that I couldn't tell you that there's a bit of weird, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but we're meant to do 10 gaps there, we only do 4. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird tech when it comes to Tony Hawk games where you just sort of get around the goal that they're asking you to do.
Yeah, it's Yeah, I think you can like store extra gaps in your string or something like that. It's too complicated for me.
You just play the game.
I just mash buttons, yeah. These combo missions are annoying. There's a few of them throughout the run. If I don't hit 5,000 points, I'll instantly fail and I have to do it again. So it's a really nice mission to have coming out of the first level. Like you think you're doing well, you do that first mission and you just get stopped. Back to the start again. These skate level letter missions are really fun. It's a nice showcase of movement throughout the level. I'll be trying to grind as much as possible. As counterintuitive as it is to anyone that skateboards, you actually go fastest when grinding, which it makes no sense whatsoever.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Does special boost you in? Oh.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it does. So you want to have your special meter full whenever possible, because you go. I think it's like 10%. Maybe not 10%. That's a bit much. Somewhere in the range of 1 to 10% faster when your special meter's full.
Hey, you see these?
And we do that by doing that little trick there. We do a boneless and then a 180 judo, and that gets our special meter up instantly. I'll be doing that a lot throughout the run, both to get special and then also in my like high scores. I'll do a special manual, which gets me a lot of points, and also a trick called a ghetto bird, which is whoa, that was fun. I'm just gonna restart that one. We'll go again.
I think the skate mission in this level is probably the IL that I've seen you do most on your stream.
Yeah, that one is one that I practice a lot. I think if you're able to get movement well, it sort of sets you up for the more, like the less movement intensive bits. It's a nice groundwork. And yeah, it's nice like the structure of this game. It's not like linear at all. So, if you want to practice a certain section, it's very easy to go in and do it, rather than like if you're playing like, I don't know, like a story-driven game, you have to like set up saves or get to that point. I can just load into a level and choose a mission.
So for those who haven't played Tony Hawk, for all two of you in the audience, when you're doing a combo mission, you have to get all the letters in one combo.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
That was introduced in this game actually, and it's sort of these cars.
The cars.
These cars are
so
awful.
Good.
I'm going to do a thing called a super skitch here. So skitching builds up your speed. And then if you grind and then just keep doing grinds, your speed increases a ridiculous amount for like a short amount of time. And that is enough to beat this bike rider.
Those dang bike riders. in our
Cyclists,
skate
am
games.
I right? A few more missions in this level. There's one coming up that I don't know if is going to work. Generally, we play this game with a frame limiter to limit our FPS to 90. If your frame limit, if your frame limit, what do you call it?
Frames per second.
Frames per second, yeah, FPS. If your FPS is too high, one mission in particular doesn't work. So we'll see. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to find another mission to do. But we can... okay. It's not going to work, sadly. There's a gap here that needs... Oh, maybe. Oh, it worked. Okay. The gap didn't trigger the first time. Yeah, thank you. Thanks all. Shout-outs to low FPS. This is a tough little high score mission. I have to get 100,000 points, but I want to talk to the guy that's just over there. So I have to like be really slow and do that string of tricks. That ghetto bird. So we've recently discovered that works. It's a trick that we thought, like it gets points, but we didn't know you could do it on flat ground. We used to do a trick called a semi-flip, which got less points. So it sped up the game a little bit. You're able to get like those high scores a little bit quicker. We are now moving on to Alcatraz. Actually went and visited Alcatraz, and it was actually crazy how like close this level design is to the real thing. I'm a Tony Hawk tourist.
Tony Hawk tourist.
Bondi Beach in Underground
I was
2.
gonna say, the Sydney level.
I haven't mentioned it. I've done a couple. These competition missions, you don't have to let the timer run out. You can just end your run. And you can also end your run mid-combo. That Indy 900 trick, that takes like 2 seconds. I would never be able to land that on flat ground. But if I end run before I bail, the game just assumes I landed it and gives me lots of points. That was a semi-flip over the bulldozer.
Nice.
Thanks, man. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but Jimmy is wearing a beautiful shirt. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. A lovely shirt. It says Bam Margera on it. But the joke is, it's a picture of Tony Hawk. Feel free to laugh if you want, guys. But yeah, so Jimmy said he was going to pop up whenever we see Bam Margera, which is coming up soon.
I'm so excited. It's unfortunate. I'm going to say his voice acting in here isn't like American My Son, where it sounds like they filmed him in the back of a van with no acoustic padding whatsoever.
He's the only character that's like that as well. So it's like they threw him into the game last second. He was busy filming, Jackass 7 or whatever. I'm playing as the creator skater. You can sort of play whichever skater you want. It doesn't really affect the game except for the last mission. The last mission is like a pro challenge. So each skater has their own mission, which is pretty cool. Sort of tailored to their real life skating adventures. But we're playing as a creator skater. There's Bam.
Woo!
Let's get some claps for Bam. Claps for Bam. He did nothing wrong.
Free Bam.
Yeah, so the oh, I missed one.
Oh.
Let's go get him. So the creator skater's mission is really short, so that's a nice reason that we use him. But also, there's a couple extras.
Yeah.
Another reason is malleable stats. So we can choose which stats get put into which category. If we're using one of the real life skaters, they're sort of set. I said set and clicked set, which I didn't mean to do.
Nice.
All right. Just a little extra skate over here. Atiba Jefferson.
Who is your favourite skater of the Tony Hawk games, Nance?
I was always a big Eric Costin fan for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because he wore a pink shirt in Underground 2, and I thought that was very cool. Rodney Mullen, obviously, because when you watch the videos, he's just doing the most absurd stuff with a skateboard, defying gravity. It's ridiculous. Never much of a Tony Hawk guy, not much of a vert skater fan myself. We're done with Alcatraz, moving on to Kona. This level is wild. If your PC is not great, because you can see all corners of the level. There's nothing hidden here, it's all open. It's going to fail. You can see all corners of the level, so it's oh my goodness. Yeah, if you've played this game, you know how difficult this mission is. I was going to say I'm very good at it, but clearly not. It's kind of annoying. You can't you have to hold diagonal left to turn easier. So if you're slightly off, you'll be clicking backwards and not going anywhere. Ooh, that's better.
Whoa,
Nice.
that's impressive. That's not an easy thing to conquer.
And this next mission as well. These are two, whenever... Thank you all. Whenever you talk to someone that played this game as a kid, it's these are the two missions that are the absolute worst. And they're the first two of this level, so it's kind of rough. That one's not actually that hard. I say as a speedrunner that's got thousands of hours in this game. Here we go, it's Mrs. Ramos. We love Mrs. Ramos. Shout outs to Mrs. Ramos. The thing I love about this game is just the sort of freedom to, express yourself seems really a bit full on, but You kind of can. Like you can do tricks in between. Like you don't. I don't have to do that hard flip there, but I want to because it looks cool.
Yeah, like that's the cool thing about Tony Hawk is there's a lot of communities outside of just speedrunning. There's like I can't remember the names at the moment, but there's just people that only film videos in like
proving.
Proving.
It's actually insane. Look up like Tony Hawk prov videos. It's people just absolutely exploiting this game to its very core. Like these crazy boost tricks, things called butt slaps, which sounds amazing. But yeah, there's that community. There's like the high score community, people that go for like billions of points.
Yeah.
Someone recently got maybe 2 billion. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Someone got a very, very high score in Pro Skater 1 and 2. They're the new remake. Yeah, but yeah, as you said, like there's so many different communities. There's speedrunning. There's that. Actually, that's 3. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe
that's all of them. So many different communities.
But it also appeals to, I guess, like the nostalgia gamers as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, there's no wonder that they remade Pro Skater 1 and 2 twice.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about HD. That game is absolute dumpster fire. If there's any donations or any plugs or anything to read, go for it because this is sort of just more of the same right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a $30 donation from Agent Squirrel, who gave $30 to the Fire Emblem Three Houses category, and they put that towards Black Eagles. So that is now in the lead on that $30, and the other two are yet to receive anything. So if you want to see a particular category, then absolutely make sure you get in before that run comes up.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is another one of those combo missions. I was a little bit scared on that second one because I misinputted.
The running like joke in Tony Hawk of just the bums having heaps of money always gets me, because it's a big thing in American Wasteland too. Is like the best way to get money is to just do tricks for the bum, and he'll be like, "That was really sick. Here's $300."
Yeah, so you've got a lot of money. There's someone living on the streets.
Just wants to see some sick tricks, man.
Yeah. Oh. That was awful. I was trying to do that, and I missed it again. Nice. There we go. Okay.
Dude, you ripped.
All right. So this is that difficult level I was talking about. Shipyard. It is hell. There are incredibly difficult missions. The layout of the level's really weird. There's all these weird little rails and stuff that can get in your way. There's water all over the place. If you fall in, you get respawned somewhere. It's just not a fun level. It looks disgusting. I'm sure it smells bad too. There was Tony Hawk's smell-o-vision.
Yeah, also fun fact, none of the skaters in this game can swim.
Same with Vice City.
No, true.
Jimmy runs Vice City.
Former Vice City runner.
Former Vice City runner.
Not after ASM, not again.
Never again. Cool. This next mission's pretty cool. You're meant to grind this thing 5 times. But if I hold my controller in a weird claw grip and I hold the grind button and just spam the ollie button, nice, I can hit it twice. You can hit it up to 3 times, but I'm not fast enough to do that. So I only have to hit it 3 times, which is nice. Only have to go back and forth 3 times. Saves a little bit of time.
Looks like
Another staple of Tony Hawk games, doing things with the dogs of the neighborhood.
Yeah, there's always dogs. Walking the dog in Underground.
Yeah. Skitching the dog in American Wasteland.
Yeah. This is a cool little high score. Yeah.
Nice.
It's always nice when that one comes together. Yeah, the next combo mission's tough. I think this is the only level where we do 2 combos.
Hey, you got...
It's very far-reaching. And there's also this crane that moves towards the end. If that gets in my way, then we're done for. It's all over. And I missed the O.
Oh,
okay,
no.
okay, this...
Oh,
okay.
keep it
my-
going. You got that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
I don't know how I turned around on that one. That's fine. Yeah, cool. Now I set a restart. Oh, there's the gaps.
So do you want to explain what you're doing with those restart?
Oh, yeah. So, this game introduced a custom restart point. So you can basically just set a marker throughout the level and go back to it whenever you want. So that's a nice way of like moving between the missions. Instead of just skating to everyone, you can like set a point, do a mission, come back to it, do a mission that's next to the guy or whatever. Nice little cutscene. I've got to make sure I don't screw this up because we just have to watch that cutscene again. Very
Nice.
tough. Very tough.
Okay.
I'm holding Ollie and clicking the spine transfer button. This is the only competition that we can't cheese. We actually have to land it. No one knows why. We have no idea why. If anyone has any hypotheses, come see me after. But yeah, we do just enough to squeeze by.
Awesome run, buddy. We might even be able to have another competition.
This is basically like the graffiti mode from multiplayer. So like you got to do tricks on objects and they turn red. It's fun. Anyone that's played multiplayer knows how much fun graffiti is. The multiplayer in these games is actually like sick, and I'm so glad that like a game like Thug Pro exists. For those who don't know, it is a mod for Underground 2, which basically just like adds multiplayer. And like has every level, basically every level from like Pro Skater 1 through to American Wasteland. Acquiring Underground 2 on PC is probably not possible. I am not telling you to download it illegally. That is not my suggestion. But Thug Pro is a lot of fun.
But also, we just got our 4th community as well.
Oh,
The Thug Pro community.
Thug Pro community, yeah, just people. That's where a lot of the proving happens is
Yeah.
on Thug Pro, because they basically it's like a mod and they like added stuff like mechanics from Underground, mechanics from American Wasteland. It's just it's a beautiful collection of everything. Especially now that like 1+2 is kind of dead, like it's very hard to find a multiplayer game on that. Just go play Thug Pro. There's always people. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Without the frame limiter, this doesn't work. That trick doesn't work.
Alright, you nailed
That's meant to be a cool thing. You do like a grind and then you like shift to the right and then you fly over the thing. But
Like
You'll just-
Crash 2, we're explaining things you
yeah,
won't be
things
able to
that I
see.
can't do, you'll never get to see it.
You're pretty good.
We're almost at the end of Shipyard. This has actually been pretty good, except for not hitting those special tricks.
Awesome. No one skates like that around here.
But yeah, like another thing I love about the Tony Hawk games is like even today they feel so good to play.
Yeah.
Like I remember like learning to butt slap in American Wasteland and actually pulling one off is
Yeah.
still so cool to me.
These
Like-
games are tight as hell. I would say this is probably like the tightest the games were ever.
Yeah.
I'll end it there.
But butt slapping, for people who don't actually play the game, is if you go off a ledge whilst holding the jump button and then you do a flip trick, like a kick flip, and then mash jump, you can... It's called butt slapping because it sounds like you're slapping your own butt up into the air, but it's
Yeah.
like you just get
Extra
heaps of
ollies,
air.
Yeah. You can get like... Humans can get up to 5. Computers can get 10. Because at the point where you're hitting that many, it's like frame perfect. It's wild.
There's a really good video on the TAS videos out of context on Twitter.
Yeah.
Of
Underground.
Underground, where he just like he goes off a ledge and then just like hits the skybox and it makes like the loudest, most absurd noise.
We're in London, by the way.
Think you had it in you.
I don't think a single British person was hired to do any of the voices. So it's just like
Get all the
in-house people doing awful... that's what I meant to do.
Get all the combos.
All the combo letters. I am not having a great time. That's what we're meant to do. Oh no.
Oh, bus.
There we go.
Oh.
And just so everyone's aware, I'm playing with 0 stat points in like balance for rail or manual. Thanks, all thanks. Again, not a humble brag or anything. We kind of have to do it in order to have stats, full stats in like speed, spin, switch, etc. So yeah, it's for a mission like that, it's kind of tough. Chad Musker. Oh man, it's a shame we can't play with the soundtrack on. I don't know if the soundtrack would work anyway because this is not the most legally acquired version of the game. I have ownership though. I have the game. But yeah, like Musker beats. Oh my god. Chad Musker like made like 4 songs for this game, and they're all of varying quality. One's Verses of Doom. Oh wait, no, I don't know if that's his actually. He's got a really good one, and then one that's just like, Chad, come on, man. Stick to skating.
Keep that up, I'll be out of a job.
Coming towards the end of London. London, we only do 9 missions. It's not the shortest level in the game, but it's the one with the least amount of missions.
There's not a lot of...
And then we'll be moving on to Zoo, which is the second last level in the game. Again, just more cheesing of the competitions here.
Nice job.
I would never land an Indy 900 on flat.
I would love to see someone do that.
It took like, what, 10 years for the 900 to be done? If someone would then like turn around and just do it on flat ground, Tony would be so disappointed. I don't know how he would react.
That's how we do this. That's how we do it. Right there.
You can see there's some fun little like special tricks. I've just got B-ball slide because you don't actually need to have... You only need 3 special tricks to complete the run in optimal time. So I just put the other one as like a fun little one.
That was funny.
This is Zoo. There's a few really difficult missions in this, but as far as like a second last level goes, it doesn't feel like, ooh, they're not letting me in. Please, I've paid.
Those
I want
turnstiles.
to see the monkeys.
Those turnstiles can like do a lot to you, especially that one where you grind out of the zoo. I've seen you hit those turnstiles a lot.
And you can just bail on them for no reason. It's just very strange. Cool. I'm about to get the individual level world record in Feed the Hippos. So just keep your eye out. I'll
Hold.
anticipation.
It's hard to get a world record. You know?
It's really tough, yeah. That's world record.
Nice.
That's world record. Thanks, sir. Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of a redundant leaderboard, but the in-game timer will always give you the exact same time for that mission. So basically, if you want a free world record, film yourself doing this mission, or that mission that we just did. And, oh, that's a shame. That water's really annoying. Yeah, film yourself doing that mission, post it on the leaderboards, and you will have a world record. Oh, jeez. I accidentally manualed. Can I get over here? Thank you. Jump off the hippo. Yeah, this skate letters is not the most fun in the world. One thing I forgot to say is the quick turn. You saw my skater sort of just do like a complete 180. That was introduced in this game. Very useful in certain missions. Just sort of, grabbing something and turning around quickly. When I have to catch the loose monkey, you'll get to see it. It's also drop down. We use a mod that allows us to drop down. For some reason, it's only in the PS2 version of the game. The crowd's going wild. They love monkeys.
They love monkeys.
So you can drop down off a rail. Instead of like jumping off it, you can just hit that button and you like drop off just like that. Yeah, we just use a mod that allows us to do it on the PC version because it feels a bit weird and arbitrary to not be able to do it on PS2.
Thanks a lot.
We're playing on PC because of load times. The load times on PS2 and Xbox and GameCube are awful, so we'll just play on the PC version. This mission we kind of have to do a few more tricks than just the Indy 900, but still pretty easy. Eric Costin won, my favorite skater.
Like how one judge give you 10 for just ending your run.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, I did nothing and I got 10 points. That's
Okay, try this one.
The pity 10.
something I haven't talked about, which we haven't really done, is what we call cheesing an Indy 900. So that Indy 900 trick gets you a lot of points. You get more points when you do a spin with a trick. Now, the Indy 900 you can't do a spin with because it's already like a 900-degree rotation. But if I revert and then jump and spin, that spin gets applied to the Indy 900. So it just increases the total that you get from it a ridiculous amount.
And I never knew this.
I never knew this. Well, you learn something new every day, Jimmy. I'm going to try and do... This is probably like the only like cutscene skip in the game, and it's not really... Like, you still watch the cutscene, but nice, I got it. So I died as I finished the mission, so I have control of my skater, so I'm just going to like get him close to where Bob is. And there we go.
Ready to try my...
That saves all of about 1 second.
I
But-
love that mission there where it's just like, impress the Lions with a 50,000 point combo.
As we all know, there's nothing Lions love more than a bit of skating. So we're done with Zoo. We're moving on to the final level. We actually have to buy it, and I'm going to take my time here. Nice.
Nice.
There was a community race once where Rushi, who was at the time, she was the second place runner. She accidentally bought the wrong level and had no idea what to do. And I think she was in the lead, so it completely destroyed it. The difficulty sort of spikes again here. We now have to get 900,000 points, which is pretty wild. But yeah, this is Chicago. I think this level was ripped directly from Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. Which has a few weird like consequences. I don't know if that game had the wall ride function. It doesn't matter if it did or not. Like 90% of the walls in this level you can't do wall rides on. So it just makes it feel like a really like janky, strange level. The missions aren't bad. The missions are pretty cool. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna have time now. I'm just gonna restart. These trains can be annoying as well. They can get in your way.
I think it's this level you said that it sort of suffers that you can't get off your board sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So like I started running Underground where you can get off your board, and that's like the biggest fail-safe in the world. If you look like you're going to bail or you're going to hit something, you just get off your board and you're fine. You can't do that in this game, and that's probably like where the perception of it being like the most difficult run in the series comes from. If you're going to bail, you're going to bail. There's not much you can do about it. Now we're infiltrating the mob. Just classic skater activities. Oh, don't.
There's some absolute scurrilous scoundrel behavior happening right now.
That's a lip trick. If there's any reads or donations, go for it. We've got a little bit of time.
Yep, absolutely. So we have $30 from Sayans, who says, "Good luck to everyone doing runs this weekend, and big love to the gang. Wish I was there with you all."
Miss you,
And-
Sands.
We miss you, Sainz.
Good work here. Thanks,
Absolutely. And then just a $50 anonymous donation as well. So thank you for that.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have money to spend or donate, everything's appreciated. Cure Cancer and Game on Cancer are doing fantastic work. So yeah, it's awesome to see the donations run flooding in, and it'd be great if we can just bump that total up, because the more the merrier, as they always say. Coming towards the end of the game, it's felt like it's been pretty good. A couple of mistakes in there. A little death warp here to get over here.
There are a bunch of...
One of my favorite things. I keep saying one of my favorite things, like I haven't said like 5 already. But a great thing about Tony Hawk games is just like the fact that you're just doing so much just illegal stuff for skaters. Like there's one in American Wasteland where you grind a billboard that falls down onto a freeway that like probably
like 3
causes
cars.
just so much like fatality and casualty that it's just like, why are you doing it? And it's all you get from it is a new part for your skate park.
Oh, but it's a new part for the skate
It
park.
is. It is. It's a pretty sick skate park.
Whoa. That guy makes a funny noise when you hit him. This mission is kind of annoying. Like, just the inputs can be a bit tough, even though they're very standard trick inputs. It's like these two here, going from diagonal up to diagonal down is never fun. But that's all good.
I'll lower the bridge so you can skate on the other side.
I would say the most difficult mission in the run is this right here. This combo is a bit of a nightmare, but oh yeah, no. If you get too much speed there, you just hit that wall. This should be good though. It's counterintuitive if you actually want less speed. Oh,
No.
I was not saving that, unfortunately. There we go.
Nice.
Thank you. First try, I think.
First try.
I don't remember.
Well, you never failed the mission.
Exactly, yeah.
Do it on him.
Do an iron. This mission's wild. Could you imagine seeing that in real life?
You're on a ferry and a dude does a 900 from a bridge into your ferry.
Just lands next to you. Final mission of the main stage of the game before we do our last special challenge. Thank you all for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Shout outs to Oz Speedruns, shout outs to PAX for having us, shout outs to Game on Cancer, shout outs to HyperX, our major sponsor. Yeah, thanks to everyone that's helped put this together. This has been a fantastic event. Thanks to everyone that's watching in the crowd and watching at home, everyone that's donated, etc., etc. We're a movie star. That's our calling in life as a skater, is to be a stuntman in a movie. Time's coming up. And time.
Nice.
Woo! Oh, okay.
36.
36, I'm happy with that. We're underestimating. I'm going to very quickly go show Jimmy something. As I said, Jimmy's a big fan of Bam Margera. So let's go to the zoo real quick. Oh. Again, these turnstiles. Guess what we'll see? Not one, but two.
Bam Margeras?
Bam Margeras.
Oh, I'm
This is
spoiled.
incredible. All right, thanks everyone for having me.
Shit.
This has been fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.